Okay, so if you're using Premiere CS5, just open it up wherever it is, and then when this window is going to pop up first, you can create a new project, open a project. I've already set one up, but you click New Project, and then it's going to come up and you name it. So go ahead and name it. It's going to load your project. If you click New Project, you're going to have to pick a video size, which they have different settings in there. Let me show you. This will be the window you get if you make a new sequence, which this will come open or come up once you go past that first window that pops up. It'll ask you to set your sequence settings. Since we're working with 720p video, you're going to want to go down to HDV and then HD 720p 24. Since we're working 24 frames per second, I think, depending on the footage you got, I don't know. Once that's okay, then you hit OK. But I've already got one set up, so it's all good. Once you do that, you can either go to File, Import, or you can double click in the project window and then navigate to your videos. In this case, I'm going to open all these. Once you get that, you can take all your video and just drag it down to the timeline. Now the way to get it all to where they'll play at the same time is you got to stack them on each track. Drag in, drop, and so there's only 3 tracks here. In order to get that 4th track, just drag this up above it and it'll create a 4th track for you. So right now you're only going to see the one that's on top because we haven't actually scaled them down. Before we do that, this is just bugging me. Go ahead and you drag those back, make those the same length. So now they'll all end at the same time. Now what we need to do is go into your Effects Control tab. Make sure you're in the editing workspace too, by the way. Click your video. We're going to do this to all 4 of these. Click it, and then drop down the motion scale. I don't know, 45%. And then what you do once you do that is you click it over here, and then you can position it where you want it to be. And then do the same thing with the one beneath it. Do this to all these real quick. Okay, so once you've done that, go to the next one down, which you always know which one's the next one down because it's whatever's here. So if you click it, it's whatever there. Or you could do this and then just do that. Then you're going to drag and put this one into position. Click this one, drag into the position. And the last one, and drag it into position. And once you've done that, you can play it back and they'll all play in your timeline. If you want to add words or any kind of graphics to it, you can either create those in Photoshop and then bring it in as an overlay, or you could do it the easier way and just go over here to your project window. There's a new item button here. You click that, new title. Name it if you want to. And let's see here. You click your text tool. Go ahead and click alpha. And then click your pointer button there. Drag this here. And you're going to scale it down. They've got a bunch of presets for effects and whatnot down here you can use. I don't particularly like any of them, but put one on there for fun if you want. I don't care. And then drag that into place and do the same thing for the other side. Title, put whatever this is over here. And if you want to draw like lines like you had in that picture, you can click your shape box and then just drag down like this. And that's got that stupid effect on it. You can get rid of that by clicking your thing down there. You can drag another one here if you want. Of course, you're going to have to position and move these, of course. But that should basically be the gist of it. Once you've done that, just go ahead and exit out of this. And you can drag this on top on the 5th track of your video sequence. And you're going to have to drag it out to be the same length. Once you've done that, you can go through and there it is. So, and to render this out, you want to go to make sure you've got your sequence down here. This got this yellow outline. Go to File, export media. Give it a second. This will come up, and it's got all your sequence settings over here. I always use H.264. I have custom preset that I use for uploading and sending stuff off on YouTube or whatever the case may be. And then you go down here, you can change all your settings, frame rate. Since this is 720p, you probably want to leave it around 3.2 or 4.0 on the level. I'm not really sure what that means, but for some reason, if you go lower or higher, it jacks up and it won't let you do it. So I don't know. Your target bit rate, anywhere between 5 to 9 for the target would probably be a pretty halfway decent quality video. I'm actually probably going to render this tutorial out at 5, so whatever it looks like would probably be a good idea to go with. It's really based on how long your video is, though. Use maximum render quality. I usually check that. Don't use frame blending. And then you just hit export after you set up the output name, which the output name is also going to be your destination, so make sure you do that first. In this case, it's the desktop. Hit export and you should be done, but that's hopefully that helps.